Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the Digital Marketing Hour. Lani Lott is going to be training you today. My name is Linda Fitzgerald. I am hosting this webinar for Lani. Welcome to Facebook Boosted Ads to Build Brand Awareness. We're so glad that you're here. This is the Shasta-Cascade Small Development Center presenting this webinar for you. We're a nonprofit organization. We are the SBDC, if you're familiar with that phrase. We provide confidential, no-cost advisory and training services to small businesses. And what's wonderful about that is it's your tax dollars at work. You get to receive these training sessions from us at no charge to you. And we are funded by the Small Business Administration and Humboldt State University. So keep in mind as you watch this webinar that if you are in either Shasta or Trinity County, those are the two territories that we support, or I should say the two counties that our particular SBDC supports. If you're in one of those locations, you can set up a meeting to meet with Lani and have her guide you personally and advise you when it comes to marketing for your business. We also have other advisors in a number of different topics. And if you don't reside in Shasta or Trinity County, don't worry. If you're in the US, you have a small business development center in your area. You can go to Google and search for SBDC and your county name, and it will direct you to the site near you. I'd like to start off by reading our disclaimer. I know all of you are fully able to read this yourself. I do like to read it out loud because we have some people that join us through a telephone. So our disclaimer is, the information provided in this webinar and any supplemental materials provided to registrants are intended for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute professional, legal, or financial advice. No registrant should act or fail to act on the basis of any material contained in this webinar without obtaining proper financial, legal, or other professional advice specific to their situation. The Northern California Small Business Development Center and its hosts, the HSU Sponsored Programs Foundation, specifically disclaims any liability, loss of or risk, personal or otherwise, which is incurred as a consequence, directly or indirectly, from the use and application of any of the information presented in this webinar. So what we're saying here is we are not your accountant. We are not your bookkeeper. We are not your lawyer. We are not your financial advisor. So please do, if you gather some valuable information from here, get that right professional support to support you and move you forward. And with that, I'd like to pass this on to Lani Lott, who is your presenter today. And I am Linda Fitzgerald, your host. If you have any questions, please do send them to me, Linda. Put them in the chat, and I'll be glad to read them to Lani at our break.
Great, thank you, Linda, and welcome everyone. Happy Wednesday to this webinar. We're going to be focusing on one of the features of a Facebook business page, and that is the ability to do drip marketing strategy using the feature of Facebook Paid Boost. I'm not going to go in detail during this webinar on the more ads and campaigns, but talk more about the paid advertising feature of a Facebook page in terms of Boost. And then I'm going to also then provide a step-by-step demonstration of how this process works of each phase. Now this is does take some work on your end in terms of building up organic posts that are highly engaging, and so that will be some of the work you will need to do, but I'm going to show you the phase of how you then take a high performing boost, define your audience, and boost it with $1 a day to reach an audience and help build a brand awareness and engagement with your Facebook business page. So my name is Lani Lott. Yes, that's me, and you can see me in person here because I have my video going. I will be turning off my video once I jump into the webinar because I find that I speak a lot with my hands and my eyes, and watching my dog try not to bark when the postman comes, so it's kind of distracting. I am the owner of women-owned business for over 25 years, LL Consulting. I specialize in economic development and downtown revitalization, and I have about 20 years of working with a number of small business development centers, providing business advising and webinars across Northern California. I've had the honor to be working directly with the Shasta-Cascade Small Business Development Center, which services Shasta and Trinity County, and I cover all bases of business planning, marketing, developing your financial projections, whether you're a startup, growing business, or even looking at selling your business. And today we're going to be focusing on the digital marketing piece of the opportunities that are in your business. Okay, so let me go ahead and stop my video to you that you already care about. You can create a lookalike audience based on people who like your page, conversion pixels, or any of your existing custom audiences. We're not doing that today. That's a little high end. Special ad, and these are only available for ads in a special ad category. And this would be reaching new folks who are similar online behavior as your most valuable customers. And this is kind of a level 3 training. We're in 101 Facebook drip marketing. So we want to go here to the saved audience. Okay, so this would be where you would create your audience. And this is where I created my saved audience. So you would name your audience up here. And I'm going to go back and show you kind of one that's already done and just walk you through it. So let's get rid of this here so I can get by that dot. So let's go to Lani's drip advertising here. And we want to, let's see, let's go back in here. Well, let's just do a new one for kicks and grins because we have time. Okay, so you got to think about your saved audience. So let's talk that we are a Lani's, this for drip. Now I'm naming my drip campaign. So my audience is going to be Lani's, let's do shoe store, drip campaign 916.202. Okay, so I named it. So I know that this is what I've been using this saved audience for. We're not going to do there. So we are going to look at people in a certain location, right? People living in or recently in this location. That would be who I'd probably want to target. People living in this location, people recently in this location. That might be if you're using such as a visitor type of business, or maybe a restaurant, and then people traveling in this location. So let's go here. So United States, so we want to add, let's just add Phoenix, right? Arizona. Now remember, my goal is to get it down to 10,000 to 15,000 people or 20,000 people. So I'm not going to add another location. Now I've got to start to really look at adding some different types of filters to get this narrowed down to that it's between 10,000 and 20,000 folks that I'm going to drip my highest performing post to. So my shoe store really caters to people that are maybe 30 to 55, men and women, languages I don't mind about. So add demographics, so shoes. So I can add shoes as one of my fashions. Interest behaviors is, how am I doing here with getting my population down? See, as I've defined it, I've already lowered it from 3 million to 180,000 people. So now let's see, what else? Shoes, shoe cleaning. So we just start, no, it's not that. Shoe stores. So what else? Oh, socks. Do I sell socks? Sock apparel, okay. So still the same. Whoops, sorry guys. So let's try not quite 25 miles. Let's try 15. Okay, so now I'm 460. So you can see how I'm trying to get this dialed down in and get it down. I'm going to not work on this and spend all our time. We're going to use Lani, so you can see that I have a size of 16,000 people in my saved audience. I created that back in August. They're living in 3 miles from my location in Arizona, where my beauty shop is. Beauty salon, shampoo, personal care or hair care, interest hairstyle. So I worked on this to get it down to where it was under 20,000 folks. Now, 3 miles, you may not think that's very far away, but in my area, in a 3-mile radius, there are 16,000 people that are on Facebook that have defined these are their interests. So for me, being a larger urban setting, this makes sense. For you in a more rural community, you may be able to go out broader. You may be able to go out 10, 20 miles because of the population. So I've got my saved beauty thing there. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to go up to my page. Over here to my page, I'm going to click on my LL Consulting page. And I am going to go up to Insights. And I'm going to come all the way down here. And I'm like, okay, so these are the 5 most recent posts I've done. And I am going to say, okay, see all posts. And I'm going to look for one of my higher performing ones in the last, okay, so this one is back from July. Maybe that's a little bit too far. CalFest, no, that's already passed. Okay, so let's say I'm going to just pick this one. I had the organic reach. We'll pick this one. It doesn't matter because I'm just demonstrating. But this one had an engagement, 3 engagement. Well, you know, it had reached 38 people. Obviously, I don't have a lot of followers, and I probably need to do some drip marketing. However, this is what we're going to choose. So we're going to hit boost the post, right? So what you would be looking at in the last week, you would just look at your week. You had posted 4 different organic posts, 4 different times without call for action, and you would say, okay, which of those had the highest performing? And then you would say, okay, I'm going to boost this one. So you go up here to boost, and it's going to take you into this page. And you want to look for Lani's, you want to come down here under audience, and you want to find your saved audience that you know you're going to be using for the next 90 days. And mine, I named Lani's Beauty. So there it is, right? I don't know why it's not coming up here. Maybe this one I can't boost. It should show me up. Well, let's just go back to, no, let's cancel that ad. Let's find one that's going to actually show. Let's try this one. Should come up here in the news feed. I don't know why it's not. Anyways, could be a glitch in my little system here. So again, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to post on that. I'm going to do for 7 days. And I'm going to change it to my total budget. My budget, okay, let's see, I want to see. My total budget is going to be $7. You will spend $1 per day. This ad will run for 7 days. And then I've already got my information already here posted. And I don't know why it's not coming up showing my ad. But anyways, so then if I hit boost, will it boost it? Let's see what it says, right? I can cancel it anytime. It might be that it's going to give me a message. My ads being created will let you know when there's an update, but then click on it. And so here's my preview. This is going to show me my preview, I hope. Huh. Oh, well, something is a little glitchy with my computer today. Might be just my internet. All right. So anyways, that's the process that you use to post your, okay, let's go see. So now let's view it here and see if we can see it again. Well, I just don't know what's happening. But anyways, that should be how you do it. That's how you boost and do drip marketing. And usually your ad shows right up here. I don't know, I don't want to refresh my screen because I'm afraid I'll lose everything, but we'll just go ahead and refresh it anyways, because if I did, we're about done for that. So let's go back under here and see if we see it here. It's right here. We should be able to proof it. And that is drip marketing, and you are on your merry way. You have that ready to be reviewed. They're going to go ahead and approve it. If you want to boost another post, you go right there. But you can see that some of the work is really upfront for you to do in terms of developing your content, doing your saved audience. Obviously, I'm going to want to probably cancel this, but I'll do that after we're done. It might be my credit card number is old. I might need to change that, so that might be part of the glitch. But so let's go back out here, and I'm going to go back into my, minimize that, go back to my PowerPoint. And it is time for questions. So with that said, Linda, I'm going to go ahead and put me back on video so people can see that I'm still here.
All right. So if you have a question for Lani, go ahead and turn your microphone on and feel free to ask that question. Or if you'd like, you can go into the chat and send the question to me. I'm Linda Fitzgerald, and I'd be happy to read that for you. I realize sometimes we have people attending from a place that might be rather loud or have a lot of background noise. So sometimes we have people requesting to not speak on the microphone. Lani, can you talk about when they go through that review process, what is it that people can do to help make that ad successful in the review process? Or is there anything they need to avoid?
I don't know. That's the secret that Facebook won't let us know about, right?
All right. I just didn't know if there were any gotchas or things that you could help people.
I'm sure there is. I don't have the answer at my fingertips right now. Of course, they're going to be looking at it right now. They're very cracking down on political ads, anything that may be abusive, maybe, you know, in terms of when you create an ad campaign, there is a whole terms and conditions that they have that you will look at and read. And you can Google, you know, Facebook and go in the help center, and it's typically ads that are inappropriate, maybe have nudity. I know for my husband's fine art photography, he does sometimes black and white photos that are being we tried on a Facebook ad once that had just some, you know, they felt was inappropriate, so it wasn't approved, and they will tell you that it's basically any of those high-level inappropriate type of language, imagery, and right now political is they're very sensitive to political.
And we do have a question, Lani. It's, can you do multiple organic posts as well as a boost?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. A boost is just you're paying to boost that specific organic post. You can continue to post. If you post every day, 2 or 3 every day, that's fine with call for action. When we're focusing on trying to do the drip marketing, where you're going to define your audience and you're going to invest in boosting the highest performing one, I'm just giving you 4 during the week. If you can do more than 4, great. 4 seems to be a hard number for people just to strive to get to. So you can post as much as you want. I'm just talking to help you look at and go in the back and look at which ones are performing the best, which are performing and having the most engagement, that you then maybe want to do a drip marketing strategy around and define an audience and have that over 90 days, some of your highest performing boosts go into their feeds or have a chance to go into their feeds for them to like, share, or comment. So you're growing your audience. You're getting in front of a new audience. You're growing brand awareness, right?
So Lani, this next one's a little long, so I'm going to mention it in a couple of segments. First of all, they said, love the presentation, very informative. And they want to know, will you be doing webinars on ads too?
Yes, I want to go ahead and I'm going to submit that to my director. And I think that one will probably be a little bit longer than just an hour, because the ads, when you start going into more of the ads for website conversion, it can be much more complicated and it takes a little bit longer. But yes, we will go into that piece of, and there, the little bit of the challenge is you're not posting something you already created. You're going to be maybe creating some new ad copy. So there's lots of different details and layers that you'll go through.
And then the next part from the same person is, should your organic posts be only about your business? I've heard you shouldn't just post about your business.
No, and in fact, an organic post, you want to kind of think outside of the box of what people might want to know about your business, about your industry, about your products. It isn't, you know, the thing that makes, when you're doing this type of drip marketing and you're trying to grow your audience, get more brand awareness, is you kind of want to bring them along, educational, informational, promoting. You could do maybe one post a week. One of your organic your 4 posts a week could be maybe a quote that's relative to your personality of your Facebook page and your business. And you could do one about your business, about talking about the health protocols that are in place. And then you can do one about your industry, that if you're in the industry of shoes and small businesses, that it shows that more people are wearing comfortable shoes during the pandemic, and that this is the reason why. Again, it's related to your business, but it's not all about your business.
That sounds great. That covers the questions we have at the moment. Would anyone like to turn their microphone on and ask a question?
Yes, I have another question.
Sure.
Thank you. This has been so helpful. On your organic posts, should you, I'll turn on my face, on your organic posts, so for instance, like one of my largest reaches was a blog post that was an interview with a client. Mm-hmm. Is it okay in your organic post to have a link to that blog post?
Absolutely.
Your organic post can go ahead and have links.
Absolutely. And then see how it performs. Because you're, you know, it's not a call for action. You're saying, I was so honored to be able to write this blog about this, this topic that's very near to my business, or it's about my business, or it's what I believe is so important in our industry. Here is the blog so you can enjoy and read it on your own, and please share. You don't even have to say that, right? Absolutely. Videos perform really well. So right now, a lot of us are not out in the field. Like I'm a consultant that travels and goes to different communities, and unfortunately, I'm not doing that. So my videos are really slim. I'm really having to think outside the box. People don't want to see me walking around my house chasing my dog, because it's not relative to my business. However, because I'm working remotely, maybe they do want to see, okay, here is my view of my business every day. I am so, you know, happy that I'm safe and that I'm here, and I can't wait to get back in the field. That could be a video that you do, right? So a thing about Facebook or any of the social media platforms is just be creative about it, think about it, try it out. And if it doesn't perform, you can always, you know, delete those posts. You can always say, oh, well, that one missed the mark a little bit. You know, it's not going to be something that is going to impact your business so greatly. It's going to like, did I do that? It's just getting in the habit of posting. If you want to do drip marketing and you really want to grow in your brand awareness and you want to reach more of a, you know, a specific audience, you've just got to have some of these posts coming out regularly. So you are working with the algorithm, you're seeing which ones really perform. Because if your audience that you already have that's engaged on your business page is liking them, sharing them, then you know it'll probably appeal to other people that are interested in your area, interested in your specific type of business, because you've dialed your audience down to that focus.
All right, Lani. Well, believe it or not, we are at the top of the hour. And just to bring everyone to what we do next is within the next few days, you'll receive an email from Emily, and you'll see her address, her email address right here. And that will have a link to the recording of this webinar, which I apologize. Part of it is cut out since I had a little technical issues on my own. Lucky for us, Lani is sharing the slide deck. So you will get the slide deck and you will get a link to the recording of the webinar. I did capture when Lani stopped the slide deck. That's going to be the part where you can see her live. And when you get the email from Emily, there's also a very important part of it, and that is a survey. Please, please, please complete that survey for us, because what that survey does is it allows us to share with our funders how we're using the money that they give to us. And also there's a very important piece in there. We would love your feedback on what you think of these webinars and what is your request for future webinars. We had someone ask about an ads webinar, and of course we want to deliver to our clients what they're asking for. So we would love your feedback on these webinars, and we really would appreciate you replying to that survey. And now we have just a moment to wrap up, and I will let Lani do that.
Okay, thank you, Linda, as always, for hosting and making this technology all work. So I really appreciate everyone's time today. I hope I gave you a little glimpse to one of the features that are available on the Facebook business page platform. I encourage you to explore it a little bit, get comfortable with it, think through with your goals, and I look forward to seeing more of you on the next webinar.
Oh, Lani, one thing I want to mention, almost forgot. We are servicing our Shasta-Cascade SBDC services the Shasta and Trinity counties. So if you are in one of those counties and you would like a meeting with Lani or one of our other advisors, there might be other topics that you need some support with, please reach out to Emily at her email address, or you can find us on the website, and you can also go out on our website and look for other webinars that are here. Know that we are here to support you and your business, and we wish you much success.
Great, thank you, and everybody have a great Wednesday.
Thank you. We'll see you on the next webinar.